Is Assassin's Creed Freedom Cry really worth playing? So, what if I told you Assassin's Creed has a hidden gem that most players overlook? Assassin's Creed Freedom Cry isn't just another pirate adventure. It's a powerful standalone story that puts you in the shoes of Adewale, Edward Kenway's former quartermaster. The story takes you back to 1735, in which a hurricane wrecks your ship, and you wake up in Saint-Domingue, modern-day Haiti. But instead of treasure hunts, you are thrown straight into the brutal reality of the French slave trade. Here's the twist. Adewale doesn't just survive. He fights back. He joins forces with the Maroons, runaway slaves who refuse to bow down. And together, they rise against a corrupt governor. Adewale is supported by Bastien Joseph, a leader of the Maroon Rebellion, and the villain is Governor Pierre de Fayette, a Templar. Other significant characters include Augustin Dioufort and various Maroon fighters and enslaved people who Adewale helps to liberate. Also in the ending of this game, you can clearly see the tension between Adewale and Bastien Joseph. But Adewale chooses duty over personal desire and left her. Adewale is not selfish for money like Edward Kenway, but he is doing killings for a good and selfless cause, which is the fight against slavery. So what do you think? Does Freedom Cry deserve more recognition as one of the most impactful Assassin's Creed stories ever told? Drop your thoughts below and let's talk about it. For me, the story could have been a bit longer, but it was really emotional. So let's talk about gameplay. Assassin's Creed Freedom Cry isn't just an expansion. It's a powerful story-driven experience that flips the Black Flag formula on its head. Here's the deal. You still get the naval battles, the open-world exploration, the stealth, the parkour. But this time, the focus is liberation instead of earning money or losing your loved ones. You play as Adewale, armed with brutal weapons like the machete and the blunderbuss. And instead of chasing treasure, your missions revolve around freeing enslaved people from plantations. Imagine raiding a farm, interrupting a public beating, or sneaking in to steal keys, all to rescue lives. And here's the twist. Every person you liberate isn't just a number. They become part of your rebellion. Freed slaves can join you as Maroons, fighting by your side. And they also unlock upgrades for your weapons and gear. So liberation isn't just moral, it's mechanical. Gameplay-wise, you'll still feel the Assassin's Creed DNA. Naval combat with ship-to-ship battles and boarding enemy vessels. Stealth mechanics with smoke bombs and environmental takedowns. Counter-based combat, but with Adewale's unique arsenal. Fluid parkour across towns, plantations, and forts. Missions include liberation of slaves, and by slaves I mean a lot of slaves, and some main missions can only be unlocked by liberating certain number of slaves. And also there are a few tailing and eavesdropping missions similar to Black Flag. And mission design leans heavily into assassinations and liberation. You'll also find story missions like freeing runaways, disrupting auctions, and intervening in public whippings of slaves. So here's my question for you. Do you think Freedom Cry deserves more recognition as one of the boldest Assassin's Creed expansions ever made? Drop your thoughts in the comments, and let's talk about it. Assassin's Creed Freedom Cry was initially released as a DLC for Assassin's Creed 4 Black Flag on December 17, 2013, and later becomes available on other platforms. Although this game is around 14 years old, but its graphics still holds up, and the opening title scene of this game can give chills to anyone. The camera angles perfectly captures the brutality of Adewale combat style, and it doesn't feel repetitive. Also, walking in moonlight or doing parkours during rains feels really immersive because of its graphics. Also, the music during missions is quite good, but not as much like Black Flag. So that's Assassin's Creed Freedom Cry, a short game with a long echo. It's raw, it's uncomfortable, and it refuses to let you look away. Adewale's journey isn't about glory, it's about awakening, and that's what makes this DLC hit harder than most full games. If you came for flashy combat, you'll get it. If you came for a story that actually means something, you'll walk away thinking about it long after the credits roll. Freedom Cry doesn't tie everything up with a neat bow because history didn't, and honestly, that's its power. Anyway, if you enjoyed this breakdown, hit that like button, drop your thoughts in the comments, and subscribe for more deep dive reviews. Thanks for watching, and remember, freedom isn't given, it's fought for.